Hey, what's up YouTube, Mr. Antimeta here. Here with my Rockstun update. Sorry for my scratchy voice, guys. I've been really tired, so I'm just gonna get started with it. 1, 2, 3 Cyber Dragons. Obviously with Cyber Dragon back at 3, to be a staple in anti-meta decks. So 3 Thunder King Ryo. Stops almost all the meta. Tribute to negate a special summon that's like good against Black Salvadad and Quick Draw. Also stops you from adding stuff to your hand, so like if you see X-Sabers, Dark Soul, Infernity Archfiend, stuff like that. 3 Kokomiru Guardians. Obviously it's just like an optional Doom Caliber. Only backfall of it is you have to reveal a rock or it's destroyed. Point being is this deck is Rockstun, uses a boatload of rock monsters, so that's not usually a problem. 3 Kokomiru Sandman. Sandman is just like Kokomiru Guardian, but you have to tribute him to negate Trap, which is so good when you're setting up for like you go like Monster Reborn, get back to all their stuff, attack directly, Mirror Force, tribute to negate, and you've got it. So 3 Fossil Dyna Apache Cephalos. This card is just insane. Set it face down when your opponent has like 3 synchros out, attack and do it, whoops, and then there goes all that for just like losing one monster. It's not half that bad. So 2 legendary Jujutsu Masters, very good. The attack and do it, top deck, you know how to set up for the next monster, and if they can't get over it, that's just as well because this deck can stall out. So 2 Kaiku the Ghost Destroyers, very good. Obviously, almost all the meta revolves around the graveyard. Attack, remove 2 from play, and then they can't be removed from play. Only bad thing about this is if they can get the Plague out, since it can't be removed from play, they can just keep using it over and over again. That's one. It's not that bad, honestly, but you can still just attack and remove them from play. One Morphing Jar. It's a rock target as well. Keep reusing your hand. If I get played out smart, I can usually use this thing like 5 times in a duel. If I get it out, and then you just get out a stall with like Jujutsus or Fossil Dynas or something like that. It really works out great, and it's level 2, so you can get out like 6s or 5s with this with my tuners. Gale. I was using a Gale and a Cyphus. Then I was using a Gale and a Rebellum, and now I'm using a Gale and a Rose Warrior. I like these 2 over those because 1, Gale, you can have their attack, and just then if you want to, you can synchro summon or just leave it at half and attack. That's good too. And Rose Warrior, because I found this deck needing a lot of Stars Dragons or what's it called, Thought Ruler Archfiends. So, and also if you run into Herald, you're gonna have a warrior in your graveyard for Colossal Fighter, and that'll give him that, I think it's like 100 boost, and that can get over Herald. So that's actually what I was thinking. I was considering deciding this, but I wasn't going to. So, and finally, 1 Spirit Reaper. I found this thing very helpful against Herald. Not Herald. X-Sabers. They don't really have many outs to it. Infinities, definitely Infinities, because if they get like their OTK with a triple Mistworm or something like that, or they used to at least, they get out their stuff. Chain 2 Roar, set Spirit Reapers, your opponents go, they can't really get over it. It's going to be good against Black Salvo, because not a lot of their cards target. They usually get out 7s, so Black Rose can hurt it, but it's not that bad. On to the spell lineup now. 2 Pot of Dualities. This is an amazing card for this deck. If you watch my duels against Mr. Gladbeast FTW, I top deck this thing amazingly. Top 3, add 1, and no special summon, and you can't activate 2 of them a turn. That's why I don't use 3, because if you run into 2 of them, you really can't do that, and then no special summoning for 2 turns. This deck doesn't special summon a lot, so that's one good thing about this, but 3 Book of Moons. So good. This format, they get out, like, they're going to try to synchro or something, just Book of Moon, there's Black Salvo or Arabellum or something like that. Stops them from doing all that. It's going to be good against Quick Draw, because you just book their Quick Draw Synchron, and they usually have like a crappy card to tune with. So, 2 MST. I don't like Dust Tornado down in this format, so I like double MST. It's a lot faster. Use it right away instead of having to wait that extra turn or that standby phase even, because your opponent can just get dust turn and all that, and you can't get rid of like the like I don't know, like something they have back row. So one Dark Hole is staple in every deck now. Well, not until September 1st. I know it's not the first yet, guys, but I'm not going to the tournament today, so I just figured I'd update this. 1. Monster Reborn. So freaking broken. This format, it's gonna be this format. Add it back to your, like, go Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, like their Archlight Christia or something like that, and then just attack for game. It's just so good. And finally, 1 Giant Trinade. Now that Storm is gone, you're gonna need Burns is gonna be really good. So Giant Trinade, if they go Wave Motion Cannon, if you don't MST it, just Trinade it. They have to restart the whole thing again. So. And now on to the trap lineup. 2 Dark Bribe. I'll put a third one in there. I have to find room for it though. So good. Negate activation spells or traps. When you're setting up for a final game-winning kill, they go Mirror Force or something like that. Just go Bribe. They draw the card, but the chances that that card is going to be like a Gores or something is so minuscule, but it can still happen. So, you know, something like that can happen. 2 Compulsories. I'm probably putting Deep Prisons in instead of these, but for like the first month or so, I'm probably going to leave it like this and see how the format turns out. Especially want to see how Toronto does before I change these. Send a monster back to their hand. If it's a synchro, back to their extra deck. They lost. They got such a minus there. And if it's a monster, they have to waste their normal summon again. Because like, or if you even Spirit Reaper, that's gonna be used a lot this format. If you down your Spirit Reaper, it's targeted. So yeah. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. A lot of decks weren't using these, but now I'm gonna start using these again. Really stops your opponent from setting much up. If they get like a Gotems out with X-Sabers, just go Bottomless. They don't really have an out to that. So, 1 Royal Oppression. One thing about the ban list I didn't like, it's fine. The deck is still fine with just 1 Royal Oppression. I was actually going to take it apart, but it's still pretty good with Dark Hole and Monster Reborn now. So I left it with that. And 1 Solemn Judgment. Final card, I was putting a Solemn Warning, Solemn Warning instead, but I do like Solemn Judgment. It like negates everything. You guys should know what it does. So that is my Rockstone deck. Let me do side and extra deck quick. Alright, so we got 2 Consecrated Lights. You're gonna see Black Salvo or Salvadan. What else is there? Infinities and stuff like that, and Blackwings. Used a lot now, especially with the new stuff we're getting from Crow, Duelist Pack Crow, so Blackwings are going to be good. You can see that played a lot more often, so just put those in there. Even though Black Roll 1 is at 1 and Infernity Launcher's at 1, they're still going to see them be used, especially Black Salvo. That stops like almost all their stuff. So, 2 Volcanic Queen. It's this deck's few outs to Herald Perfection. Granted, it's usually just going to be a stall, but if they get a Christia out and a Herald, it's an automatic game for them. I have a Herald deck. I've been playtesting with myself, if that's not weird. But, yeah. Gores. You can usually side this out game 2 and take out Repression. This thing is pretty good. Stops your opponent from making their direct attack for game. They make the misplay of attacking first with their high monster, get him out, get like a 3,000 token, and then you're pretty good. And a 3rd Kaiku. Obviously the meta revolves around the grave, so you just attack, remove it from play. I explained that in my main deck. Creature Swap. I tried this out against X-Sabers, Salvo, because they usually don't have a rock to reveal, and you go Creature Swap like with a Sandman, and their effect activates, and they don't rock to reveal, you get a free monster. Cold Wave against burn decks, which you're going to see a lot more this format. I'd rather them not be able to get their Wave Motion Cannon, like first turn or something like that. 2 System Downs against Machina Gadgets. You're especially going to see a lot of those now. And Black Salvo again. 1 Pulling the Rug. I'm trying to put 3 in here, but I need to find some room. This is good against Salvo. What else is there? Salvo, X-Sabers. So, that's pretty good. 2 items you call. I still have these in here. I have a feeling X-Sabers aren't going to be as played often, but I want to see how they go first, because I do not like having to face X-Sabers. So just get those 2 out, and yeah. And then finally 2 T-Roars against Infinities. Again, might not be played as often, but I want to see how they do. And now time for the extra deck. Blackwing Armor Master, Bionic Longwing. I'm using the Blackwings because obviously you have Gale. You can make that. I want to explain this. Pay 700 for. Wait, no, it loses 700, and you can't take any effect damage or something like that. I don't know. That's gonna be so good now with Burn being back and very popular, especially Gravekeeper's Burn. It's level 8. Like I said, this deck's been. I need a lot more level 8s in this deck. That's why I put Rosewind. So, Field Marshal, I can make 9s fairly quick. Only 1 Black Rose. I really didn't find a reason for 2 or 3, even because I can only synchro 3 times tops. But I don't like to go Black Rose in this deck. 1 Stardust Dragon. Where's my second star? Oh, no, I am using 2 Stardust Dragon. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. Obviously, I'm probably gonna put a Starlight Road in here later. I'm not sure yet, so, also just level 8s. 1 Materia Beast. I know I can't make it with this deck, but it's gonna be used more often now with Burn. So, just Monster Reborn, whatever they use to get them out. 2 Thought Ruler Archfiend. Again, this is what I was talking about. It's gonna be helpful this format, so I'm definitely using 2. Go-Yo Guardian, staple. Colossal Fighter. If you go for a Rose Warrior and a level 4, you're gonna have a warrior in your grave, so he gains 100, and that means he can get over Herald, so that's gonna be really good. And Light Gauger, just in case you do run into that occasional Lightsworn. Oh yeah, that looks cool. That howl is cool. And Scrap Archfiend, it's a level 7. It's a 27 beater, so it gets over a bunch of stuff, like Monarchs and stuff. So that's pretty good. Alright, so that's the deck, guys. It's not for trade or sale. It's my main deck, so I can't get rid of it. I guess that's it. Rate, comment, subscribe. I definitely need some subs, guys. And I'm out. Peace.